it's me, Chris Starkey 88, and in this video I'm gonna talk about fear, which I probably should have posted around Halloween. Anyways, well, let's examine fear. I mean, what is fear? Um, you can break down fear into initials. Each letter of the word fear could be the initials of false evidence appearing real. Um, a lot of the things that we fear, we know everybody has fear. A lot of things we fear is nothing more than imagination. The fear of the dark. That's uh, you that's actually a fear of monsters. The fear of unseen monsters, which supposedly hide in the dark. And yet, if the lights was on, everything will be fine and dandy. And most of the times, the fear of the dark, the monsters that you believe that hide in the dark, the kids, it's for kids, it's in anybody's, it's imagination. Um, I don't believe that no, I don't believe that only kids have that fear. I believe the fear of the dark it can be caused if kid anybody can have it. I almost got tongue tied there. Um, and and if there is anything there in the dark, wouldn't it also be there in the light? Since darkness is only the absence of light, and there have been supernatural events which happened in the light. So, the fear of the dark, doesn't make very much sense, you know, for anybody who was not a kid. Now, I mean, it makes sense for kids to have the fear of the dark because they haven't really thought of that. And now other fears, fear of heights, which I believe is actually a fear of falling to your death. Because it's otherwise a great view. Um, it's a fear of falling, it's not the distance from the ground that bothers you. It's from between the ground and where you are. That doesn't bother most people. It's the it's the no they fear falling that far. Um, Claustrophobia. I don't really understand that fear, which is basically the fear of the walls closing in. And I think that fear is fueled mostly by imagination. Um, and fear can be conquered. There are many types of fear that people have that don't seem to make sense. Um, and everybody has fears, some of which don't make very much sense. I mean, I don't really understand the fear of spiders because the biggest spider I've ever seen was about the size of my hand or a little bit bigger. Um, if the spider is poisonous, you should be cautious with spears. We're a lot bigger than the spiders. The biggest spider they found was about the size of a dinner plate, so I really don't understand the fear of spiders. Um, or any kind of bugs, or anything that's real small. I mean, fear of snakes might make a little sense, because, um, it depends mostly what kind of snake it is, because, snakes have different ways to attack. I mean, not all of them attack, like the anaconda, and they're both destructive. They can wrap around people. So it kind of makes sense. But if it's just a ordinary harmless snake, why be afraid of it? Um, a lot of fear, probably the ones that don't make sense, could be caused by traumatic childhood events. Um, which, which you could overcome, at any time. You don't, it's just you have to have those fears and just move on. You've always had that memory, just move on from, don't dwell on the fear. Um, like I said, fear in itself is false evidence appearing real. That's what that's what fear stands for. If you use it as initials. Uh, 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, and don't forget to check out my other my videos on my other account, my second account, Freedom Through Christ, which I'll be talking about, spiritual things, spreading the word of God. In those videos, post a comment on those videos. Tell me what you think, and tell me what you think about this video. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me or not. I personally have overcome my fear through the power of God, which I probably go more into detail about in a future Freedom Through Christ video. And Freedom Through Christ is my second username, and I haven't even had it for a year yet. Almost a year. I guess I better go. I'm running out of time. But yeah, tell me what you think. And I'm not trying to make fun of those fears, because I'm just saying that, that we all have strange fears, probably caused by traumatic childhood events, unless we overcome them. And of course, you can't overcome those fears by yourself. See you later.